Hello, I'm Iris Matthews, a romance author, and today we're discussing our last flavor of historical romance, and that is the idea that historical romance can be a vessel for modern sensibilities and modern topics, even though they are set in a different time and place. And so you often see in historical romance novels a sentimentality that embodies, various aspects of the way we see the world now, maybe less how characters would really have seen the world that they lived in at that time. And that can kind of include modern feminism ideals, autonomy, power dynamics, women's health, and access to education, things like that. And so you see these themes come up in historical romance novels very heavily, whereas in contemporary novels, which often are the desire is to have a contemporary romance novel be lighthearted and funny. And so it's hard to talk about some of those deeper topics in novels that are less maybe dramatic, right? But in a historical, you can play with a lot of things, right? You can have carriage chases and kidnappings, and that's something you wouldn't see in a rom-com. But you can also really get into what does access look like for women who have chronic illness, and how is gaslighting, on full display because you expect it to be. Women are kind of regulated to the side, and what kind of professions they were able to have. Women have always worked, but of society, women were set up on this pedestal. And so you can really play with those topics, and yet they are so realistic because we are still experiencing many aspects of limited health care, and being told that our experiences are not legitimate and things like that. And so kind of breaking that down in the historical. And so I encourage you, when you're choosing what to read next, to keep picking up historical romance novels, as a mixture to what you're reading, because it really will give you food for thought. Even after you finish the novel and set it aside, it'll give you themes to keep thinking on, and kind of pushing your boundaries in how you see the world now and your understanding of the society that we find ourselves living in. So thanks for joining me